What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk to you about NIO. I want to give you an overview of some of the data points, what's moving it today, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So NIO is up 1.9% pre-market. I swear this stock is like a damn seesaw, just up and down all over the place. No logic sometimes. Even yesterday, it did close flat. The only EV or Chinese EV maker for that to happen. Everyone else was massively in the green yesterday. So NIO just gets dragged down, and it's very easy for shorts to do that with lower volume. Yesterday was kind of rather low, but today it is up 1.9%. Nothing to do with NIO exactly itself, but rather this right here. So sales of Tesla's China-made electric vehicles fell 11.5% year on year, and bringing it to a grand total of 63,238. So of course that means competition, increased competition is kind of finally taking market share from Tesla. So I think that's absolutely amazing. So as a byproduct, NIO is moving higher, and in my opinion, I do feel like these gains are going to hold only because of shorts. So I like to analyze what shorts are doing, and historically whenever shorts are increasing pre-market, means that they're going to really hit NIO hard throughout the day. But right now they are not doing anything, so it is fair to assume that they will be active, but they will let NIO essentially move higher. Because quickly going over here, the next with it now at 429, it is trading between these 2 points, so this pivot in this S1. So 407 is going to be the next strong kind of support. 441 is going to be the next strong target / resistance. So it's not anywhere close to that, so they're not going to try and manipulate it to break it down whatsoever. So yeah, it looks like shorts might be letting it kind of freely move higher. The only other thing I do want to bring up was this right here. So Onvo introduces new incentives to boost sales, offering up to 4,100, and so this is to combat against the upcoming refreshed model Tesla Model Y. So honestly, even more potential market share might be from Tesla. So that would be honestly very good for NIO all in all. So let me know your viewpoint on that. I know I did a early video yesterday, but the options, you did have rather low volume for that. Same goes for the common stock, but 2.3 million in calls, 1.2 million in puts. This is the call options that was purchased. You see a good consensus for it to be above roughly 450 for this week. This is the open interest. So you have 8,000 at that 4, 32,000 at that 450, and then 28,000 at the 5. So it is fair to assume that market makers and shorts, given enough momentum, will try to suppress NIO below that 450. That's if it whatever gets touched today. Probably not, but you never know. Anything's possible with NIO. Like I said, just sometimes logic doesn't make all that much sense. So just anticipate shorts to be kind of active around that range. But quickly going back over here, the bears are anticipating for it to be sub roughly $4. So a little bit more upside is anticipated, and I think a lot of that is just linked to the technicals. As of right now, on the actual chart itself, with it at 428 pre-market, it is exactly on this pretty much ALMA. So that is 429. 50-day moving average is at 443. So we are a little bit lower than that. So that could potentially be touched. In my opinion, I think you will see another run up to that 50-day moving average today. But most likely not enough to actually get above that. And then same for that 450. So you're going to have a lot of resistance at that, and that's linked to the options. So you have a lot of resistance above that. And then aside from that, you have the 100 and 200-day moving averages at that 478 and 497. So I think it's baby steps, but as long as NIO is able to at least retest or even slightly get above that 50-day moving average today, I think that will be a good indication that you'll continue to see maybe a nice move going into next week. But yeah, let me know your viewpoint on NIO. Are you buying the dip? Are you selling? Have you been dabbling with options, for instance? So what have you been doing with NIO? I'm still holding my options. Like I stated, I did sell $4 puts. So if it does dip below $4, that means I buy it at 4. Or if it closes above 4, then I get to keep the premiums. So it's kind of a win-win for investors that wouldn't really mind buying it. So I really recommend a lot of individuals to kind of research options. My expiry date is the end of February, so you never know what could happen. It could dip below that, but honestly, I think at that $4 range. It's a very, very good risk versus reward, but that's just me. You do whatever floats your boat and stuff like that. So hopefully everyone has a good Friday, good weekend ahead. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And then one final thing, pop over to my Patreon. I get buy signals on stocks, options, and crypto. Many of them have been absolutely on point. So definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.